Alright, welcome back to another episode. Now today we're working on something that I've been looking forward to a lot. Obviously we've been working on the front bumper for the last 3-4 episodes, something like that, but today we're going to be working on the overfenders. So obviously we spent a lot of time making sure that the front bumper's right, everything's all good, we've got a good starting point. So today going to be starting on the overfenders. It's going to be quite a long process because, well, quite frankly, there's a lot to do and I'm not going to miss out on all the details that you guys really like. So if you guys are new, this is my technique, my way of making overfenders, OEM Plus style. So we'll get into it because I'm excited and I just want to do stuff. As you know, or you may not know, we've got our AE86 Vertex style front bumper on. Width is all good. Everything's all set, good to go. So before we kind of, tweak that to its final stages, we need to move on to the overfenders. Can't put these regular fenders on because as the car's aired out and these are the regular fenders, it's fouling. Now, before I do any cutting to get these on, to get everything bolted up right, I need to take an impression of this. So I'm going for an OEM style wing, just blown out, nice and simple. So this is my technique, my way of doing it. If you guys are new, then this is basically my setup. So pretty simple. We'll start with the obvious stuff. So we've got obviously mixing cups and stirrers. We've got our resin. We've got our thinners for cleaning our brushes. We've got our gloves, scissors, brush. This is a paddle roller or an aluminium roller. So this helps get rid of any air bubbles. Really handy to have, really important. Chop strand mat, so we're going to be going for one layer of 300 GSM to start with to make it nice and flexible when we pull it off, and then we'll fiberglass over that, nice and simple. Now my technique, my way of getting a release is to basically cover this with this stuff, which is aluminium foil tape. It peels off easily afterwards with a bit of heat, nice and easy. It gives us a nice release. Many ways of doing this, but that's just my preferred way. Also what we're doing today is once the mat's on and it's all wetted out, we'll be putting on a peel ply. Now this is going to help give an even surface because when you just fiberglass over this, obviously you've got all these valleys and it's quite a rough finish. So when this is soaked, we're going to put this over the top of it and let it dry. This will help fill those valleys and give us a nice smoother surface to work with. Saves with all the filling and all that stuff. It's hard work otherwise. So you're basically using this to cut down on the work, and this, once the resin's dry, that peels off. So nice and easy. And then obviously you're going to use this to kind of help work out any air bubbles in the peel ply. So cover this first, then we will go on to applying the resin. But first is putting on the aluminium foil tape, and I do recommend, if you guys have one of these, so that is for putting on wrap, car vinyl wraps, helps get the air bubbles out and helps it to go on smoother, so that's handy. So let's get going with this. That's all covered now with the tape. I've just put some regular masking tape on some bits I've missed. So, and if you're wondering, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's a few kind of like little creases, but that's fine. That won't show through. If you get any air bubbles, just pop them and flat them out. A rubber roll as well, just to go around the edges. That really helps. Nothing crazy needed. So now this is all done, I'll prepare and cut out all my fiberglass for the next step. We'll just cut to wetting this, so we'll get our resin, We'll give this a quick coat just so the fiberglass can stick to it, saves it moving around. We can wet it out and then we can put the peel ply on there as well. We can leave it to dry. After that, you know, it's just a waiting game until it's dried, and then we can do the big reveal. Fiberglass all cut out as well as the peel ply. Now I do recommend doing this. It saves a lot of stress, makes life a lot easier for you. Quickly slap some resin on the wing, so that first layer of fiberglass is going to adhere to it. Yes, I'm going to put 2 layers of fiberglass on there. I changed my mind. Put the first layer of fiberglass on, wet that out, get all the bubbles out of it, then put the second piece on. That will kind of soak through the first layer into the second layer, so you won't need as much resin. Work the air bubbles out, obviously. Once that's all completely wetted out, put on the peel ply and yeah, work that over with that little kind of spatula thing and get the air bubbles out, and then leave it to cure. So it shouldn't take too long. So let's go. So you do have to work pretty quick once you've got the peel ply on, try and get all the air bubbles out. But yeah, it's looking good. I think there's a few spots where I just couldn't get the air bubbles out, but let me just show you a quick preview. We've got, yeah, a textured but smooth surface. Normally this would be, you know, well, yeah, like this, which is, yeah, really rough. But that is, you know, a textured finish, which is great. Sandpaper on this real quick. See that up? Yeah, that's really smooth. So I'm super happy with that. That's amazing. The temptation, oh, the temptation. Yeah, there's a few spots, a few air holes, but nothing wild. So by doing this, you're saving yourself so much trouble, because normally if you didn't do this stage, you would have to, you know, sand it down, give it like a flow coat of just resin only to kind of fill the gaps and whatnot. But with this, it's minimal. So, and it's easier to sand as well, easier to key up for the next surface. So the plan with this is, I'll cut this all out, I can put it on the car, I can pull it out to the spot I need it, I can lock it into the place where it's supposed to go, and once that's in its kind of locked in position, be it like bonded on, because it's being bonded onto this original wing, I can put one last layer of fiberglass over it to kind of secure that shape. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to take this off now, I can't wait any longer, it's killing me. I've been waiting to do this for a long time. Super easy, obviously. It's the next day. Kind of had a bit of a meltdown yesterday. I just think I just took on way too much. That yeah, my brain literally overloaded, and I wanted to just not work on the car. So yeah, ended up doing a lot of procrastination, a lot of kind of like messing around, and then spent the whole night lying awake just trying to work out what to do, essentially, without doing anything drastic to this, because this is so nice, without kind of like cutting everything or anything, or kind of yeah, rearranging things. It's definitely hard. Yeah, I'm trying to get this in a position where there's not any tension on it. It's kind of, you know, so it's kind of clearing the wheel of its own free will, which is difficult. Yeah, which is very, very difficult. So, so yesterday I spent a lot of time just moving it around in different positions, and like I said, not cutting anything off because I don't want to mess with anything too much. Needed a bit of quiet time on my own, because I know in my head how I want it to look, and yeah, it's cold in here. My nose is running, and to comfort myself, I've got the heater right next to me on the floor, which is lovely. So yeah, I am messing around. It's times like this where I wonder why I'm doing it. I really don't know sometimes. I really don't know. I don't know. Let me show you what I've got so far. It's only stuck on. Let me show you. Let me kind of adjust the tripod so you're higher up. Alright, so we have the wing. Obviously it's not pushed back to where it came from because we're going to end up with the same issue, obviously. So, yeah, I cut a straight line and I've pulled it out 3 centimeters from the edge of the wing, which is fine. So that's giving me the clearance I need under a little bit of tension. I'll just put some foam behind the wing here, so this arch is flush. The front I'll show you. So like I said, here it's got some foam behind it, because if I pull the foam out, I'll see that's kind of, it's tight. It needs to come out a little bit, not too much, to be flush. And this bit here, this is sitting at an angle like that, it's not flat, so if I do push that down like that, that actually bulges that wing out more. You can see that. So that's fine. That is good, because this brings this more in line, more level with this. This also brings this line down here. So I have to stick something here to get this to hold there. I'm also going to make a piece that goes like underneath and fixes, or you know, it's bonded to the inside of this. So like a, yeah, like an L-shaped piece that's all, you know, the shape of the inside basically. To hold it in situ. So that's going to be another task. So once this is down and that's held in there, that's good. The front is the easy part. We've got about 5mm clearance on the tyre, which is great. So I'm really happy about that. That's absolutely fine. This profile here, I really like. It may need to come forward more so it's flush with this. I'm still not decided yet. I can't really do anything major until I've got the other side done, which is a repeat of this process obviously. And then once I've done that and cut out the wing on the other side, I can make up some brackets for the back of the bumper so it's locked in position, because I don't want to make anything permanent on here until this is locked in position and in dead center. Once everything is kind of locked in position, I will make another piece of fiberglass to run along here to infill this gap. And then once everything's kind of locked into position, I'll do one final layer of fiberglass over the whole thing, and then wrapped around the wing as well. So the wing will be one piece, so it'll all be blended in. Now, yeah, the front, that's the easy part. The back, that's the tricky part. All right, so the back of the fender is a different story. It's tricky, very, very tricky. I'm not sure entirely what to do. So maybe have, you know, that that gap like that. Really don't know at the moment. Thinking about it is put, you know, a cut along here and a cut along here with these swage lines, and then pin that to there, and have like this top bit kind of flared out ever so slightly. I don't know. I'm having a real tough time with it at the moment. I want it to flow, so thinking about it, yeah, I think I might have to do like those cuts in there and there and have this section back against that, and then this section here will flow and then kick out into the arch. I don't know, work out something for the top. Yeah, it's super tricky, so yeah, because I don't want to lose that kind of tightness, that OEM feel of this just going in. I don't know, it's hard, it's really hard, but that's looking pretty good. Maybe have the skirt meeting this point here so I don't have to worry about this section here. That actually might work. May have a plan. And there's the top section here, which is going to be tricky. As long as I have these two swage lines flowing into that, we should be pretty good. Hopefully. Stressed out. Well, less stressed than I was yesterday, but it's still stressful. Right. What I need to do now is do the other wing. But I won't show you guys that because that's just more of the same. So then we can level everything up and start the process of making brackets to hold the bumper. Got to lock this bumper in the right position, so I've gone around the whole thing and made sure all the measurements are right, you know, it's in the right position, everything's even and looking good, all the lines. I've marked it with a pencil so I know exactly where the bumper's sitting. Got to take the grill off. There's a little fixing tab behind there. Going to put one fixing through there, so just got to drill through it, nice and simple. Got some more steel. Then going to break the welder out and make some little angle brackets, nice and simple. Just fixing it one position and not going to worry about kicking it, because kicking happens a lot at the moment. Yeah, let's get the grill off and drill a hole. Can't see a thing. So apparently past me decided to zip tie this on. I don't know why. I'm gonna get to that. There you go. That right there is the OEM bumper support or wing support where a little strut came off, so going to utilise that. Going to yeah, make some kind of template and hopefully yeah, just have it running from here to here underneath, so this will be kind of fixed, so really I can take away this stuff afterwards. Yeah, hopefully I've got some foam long enough. Ooh. pretty good start. What I want to do after everything else is done is essentially go from the bottom there across and then across to the bottom again to really make it, you know, super secure. But that's yeah, that's, I can do that at a later date. That's one of those things I'll have to tidy up, but I literally just wanted this to be not moving, so that is a good start. Right, now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So yeah, so the overfender, well, that's on there like that, you've got the gap, so although it's going to be quite subtle, I'm going to work out something for here. So I'm just going to do a rough version of it. It'll be done at a later date, but to give you an idea of what's going on with this little bit here. It's just a cool detail that you'll see. You know, it's super subtle. Alright guys, hope you liked that episode. It might have been a long one, kind of convoluted, and there's probably a clickbaity title, but that's what we have to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's plenty more to come, obviously. This episode is probably going to be the last one before Christmas, and probably a fairly long one. I don't know, who knows? I really don't know. I've kind of lost track of everything at the moment. So I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and I'll see you guys in the new year for more of that. Take care.
Subscribe, you fools.